Reggae Month is February. February is Reggae Month. Come catch the rhythm virtually. We gone online totally on Reggae Month TV. Mega reggae concerts, interesting reggae documentaries, informative reggae symposia, and lots more. Online daily from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. on PBCJ, Jam Vision, JCDC Facebook page, and several other cable and social media platforms. Details available on the Reggae Jamaica mobile app, Reggae Month TV. Tune in daily and be entertained and informed.
This year, Reggae Month comes during an unprecedented global crisis. The Jamaican music industry is in the midst of adaptation, and Jamaica's creators are stretching the limits of their creativity to meet the content demands of a post-COVID world. Greetings, my name is Kiki, and I'm happy to join the multitude of entertainment entrepreneurs who have graced the JMC platform. I'll be your guide as we explore the awakening of the sleeping giant that is the Jamaica music industry. In 2020, the JMC, in association with Solid Agency and Irijam Media Group, held its largest staging of the conference for Reggae Month. The conference included the historic return of the founding father of hip-hop, DJ Kool Herc, along with reggae icon Shaggy. The JMC team broke new ground by welcoming representatives from YouTube, Tidal, Audiomack, and Pandora. This seventh staging proved successful and saw over 1,000 creatives educated, enlightened, and networking. Now, in its 8th year, the Jamaica Music Conference has evolved into the premier networking and educational platform in our country's music industry. Increasingly, ownership of intellectual property by creators has become a key component of the modern music industry. The JMC is committed to bringing more understanding of this at times elusive concept of music publishing. Since the last staging of the JMC conference, the music industry has since faced unprecedented challenges due to the novel coronavirus, especially with the new restrictions in staging live events. This moment in history provides us with the unique opportunity to pause and take a look at some of the work that has been done over the years. Over the next 4 weeks, we will sit down with creatives and hear how they have been coping during these times. We'll look at a rising artiste, international reggae bands, and an established reggae and dancehall superstar. The JMC is also happy to announce that Irijam Media Group and the Caribbean Global Network family are now officially part of the JMC leadership team and will help the conference along in its effort to grow and serve the Jamaican music industry in the upcoming years. Welcome, you are now officially part of the JMC effect.
Welcome to the JMC Effect, a collaborative effort between CGN and the Jamaica Music Conference. With us today is the veteran man himself, Major Mackerel. Welcome,
yes, brethren. Yeah,
good
you know, Corona style.
Right.
Originally,
So,
Corona.
Right.
Yeah, I'm going to give you a Corona here. I'm delighted to enlighten your acquaintance today.
Respect.
Blessed love.
Yeah, man. Major Mackerel, you have been an artist who has been in the business for a long enough time that I can say when I was a boy, I used to listen to the Eye and rate the Eye highly as among some of my favorite DJs.
Yes,
so let me just get that out of the way. Right. From Dan Ban to Dirty Bungle to Pretty Looks Done to, boy, I mean, you did take a little hiatus for a little bit, and then in the 90s you forward again. Yeah, man, and done the place again.
Yeah,
and then you came back again. So it's a series of been, I don't know, meandering in the industry.
No,
tell me the journey.
What happened is that, you know, my father was a sperm donor.
Okay.
All right, me never have no father active in my life. But I'm delighted for the sperms that he has donated. it brings us together, right? And start getting children. I don't have no kids in Jamaica. My first baby mother get pregnant here, and I was going on a US tour. I bring her with me. And the tour boiled down and finished. I say, yeah, where you do, baby mother? Stay here, so I have my son in America, yeah? Nobody go back to Jamaica. Boom, me did there and bob and weave with her, come home back. Spend 2.5 years, get famous again worldwide, you know, because me hits after hits. And left again 2.5, almost 3 years, and spend another 20 a year in America. Come home back and still doing what I'm doing, you know. So for that thing there is responsibility, because me don't want to see my children them grow. Me have a sperm donor, which I am delighted for those sperms. And the night when daddy and mommy get together and major mackerel farm, I am grateful. But I didn't want to be a sperm donor. I wanted to be a parent. I wanted to be a father and see how my kids them grow. So that really take away a lot of my time in America. But
So you're saying that when you the times that you were absent from the industry, you were being a dad.
I was trying to be the best dad I can. You understand me? With no experience of of being a son.
Right.
In other words, me never have no father who to teach me how to be a father. So me have to learn from my mistakes them when me make, and me have to adjust and get myself together to prepare my 5-son future, and I don't regret that. I regret spending so many years in America. I would have been rich right now. Me would have drive one of the cars them where you are drive, the blue convertible brings them. You know, because it's a sport brings you drive, you know. But I've seen my kids grow, and I don't have no baby now. I don't have no child now. I don't nothing like that. So I'm grateful.
Yeah. Why music? You have obviously a great talent, but you could have decided
music.
to.
All right, to tell you about music now. Really and truly, why music? Is a girl.
Yeah.
Why me get to love music? The way how me love it. Me dey love it. I was a good DJ. We used to DJ in the community on the jukebox. The big man then put 10 cents. You know what is a jukebox?
Yeah, man.
You put 10 cents in it.
Youths might not know.
and you get three music. So what they would normally do, they get 3 music, then put 2 vocal and 1 rhythm. I'm a DJ upon the rhythm. That was in the bar in my community. I'm telling you from 1978. 79, from them time. They have little youth, you know. And now DJ upon the rhythm, then Brigadier Jerry have a little brother named Ike Jerry. Ike Jerry looked at me, and he was one of the men who used to punch a jukebox, and looked at me and said, Major Mackerel, every day you can't tell DJ around jukebox. Your sound I play down there, so come go down there go DJ. You know? And I said, no man, I not go because them nah go give me no mic. Him say, me a brigadier, brother, come make we go down there. So I reach down there with him and them give me the mic. The first lyrics me DJ, me hear boo, boo, boo. Me dash with the mic and run. Because it's a garrison area, Papi Tavern, you know.
I don't know it's what.
I don't know what I want.
Right.
So when the man them a say, Mackerel, where you run, I salute the man, them I salute them, man. Because first me I hold a mic outside of the bar.
Right.
You understand me?
Yeah, man.
And I'm done DJ now. The 3 DJ them were DJ the sound. Through me get the gun salute, instantly they want clash.
Yeah.
But that needed love. Them time there.
Man, yeah.
Because we used to DJ knock pan and DJ till one white something come here, so. You remember those days? See some DJ in a dance and the white something come here, sir. I saw we used to love music. Me and a youth named Winston Ponal, rest in power, him die, you know. But anyhow, the 3 DJ them clash me, and when them done clash me, me kill the 3 of them. So the Saturday night, me there in my yard. You see the man where own the sound drive come check me and say, him a play one place named Irish Town, Red Light. And him say, Major Mackerel, me would have liked you come up there with me, you know. And me look on him and me say, boy, that's another problem. So when me go up there now, first me a DJ outside of my community. Coward, shaky and close raga and, you know, because me have diploma in a suffering. Bachelors. Alright? Let me go in the suffering something there. The house where my mother there was a board house. So when time we the outside, the stove was inside and a one room. So when you're the outside, you can feel the side of the house. If the side of the house warm, you know dinner is there tonight. So if the side of the house not warm, there is no dinner. So me I tell you, me a bachelor in a suffering and hard life. Me get all of the diplomas you can get in the fields there.
Rough.
Anyhow, me there in the dance a DJ brethren and me there a DJ and mash up the place now, get comfortable and me see a girl and she a look for me and me a look for her and me call her and she come to me and then her a dance and something just come in my mind and me say, who you live with? And she say, me and my grandmother live, you know. So me there a dance same way and because them time the dancing with a girl in a dance, a big thing, you know.
Of course.
So me there and I wind up and close and cause basically that way I do, I rub one another and I just look at her and say out of something. Just say, what more come home with you, you know? And she say, come. You know what that do for me, brethren? You know what it is like for me. Have one naked girl in my bed, me and her alone. From that night, let me say, this me you want to do. You know, want to do nothing else. So basically, it's really a woman that make I and I be me don't love DJ, but me have to be real. Me grow rough. Me grow 14 away in a one crew and 12 dead left 2 and the 12 were dead die violently. So the music was my passport, was my green card out of suffering, out of poverty.
But you clearly have a very, very high talent. I mean, you have this. You have a unique name, you have a unique sound, you have a unique voice. I mean, the amount of talent you have, Mackerel, I don't really think maybe you don't even understand.
Yeah, well, that's a truth still, you know, because it's special to be something special, you know. For example, you know, you have 3 artists where anytime them leave music, something is missing from the music. Major Mackerel, Norman Jackson, where them call Tiger, and Hicka Mouse. We have original style. We not DJ and sing like nobody else. We do our own thing originally, and whenever we are not in the music, something original is missing from it. So I was a great artist all of my life, but one of my major problems in music, I never had a great team to work with. I was self-reliant, self-dependent, and think I could do it all. But it not work so. Michael Jackson is the greatest singer in the world, but yet still him employ Quincy Jones to produce his music. And a lot of us as artists, we want to produce music, we want to manage music, we want to market ourselves, we want to publish ourselves, and we don't know nothing about producing, nothing about managing, nothing about market. What I think is right, find someone to do that job and pay them accordingly.
Right. We're going to get to that because team is something that obviously is necessary for an artist to
Yeah. I never had no great team, you know. I'm just a good DJ that the fans and the people them love, you know.
What inspired the name Major Mackerel and the signature sound that you have?
Well, the signature sound, it come from Dan Ban when I was making that song. No, Rushy Dan man can't touch it. Dan man, this was originally.
Yeah.
Oh, touch it, Dan ban can't touch it. Dan ban do not rush it. Dan ban can't touch it. Then one night, me I hear a sound. All right, because when you're a musician, sound come naturally. You're in a dark place or you sit down by yourself, music come naturally. If you have to sit down with pen and paper to do it, it's good, but the more naturally, you know, Bob Marley said there's a natural mystic blowing through the air. The words that you're looking for are in the air, you know. It's just for you to make it stop and register. See? But the style was for Dan Ban.
Yeah.
And then me hear a sound, you say, rush it, Dan Ban can't touch it. And me I said, no sir, I don't eat that. Go back again. No rush it, Dan Ban can't touch it. Dan Ban. I say, yeah, this sound good.
Yeah.
But I wonder if the people them gonna like it. So I go so boom now and go to Barry G, Wadat. Remember those days by the Barry G and Wadat?
I know Barry G is sure, the Wadat part.
Okay, all right. Wadat. Him sound name Wadat.
Okay.
Him and him sound used to go round the island and keep show.
Right.
And they had a show in Barbican Square, which is not far from here, as you know, a popping up the road up here some come from. And when Barry G started play, them have a host of young artists that perform. And me go join the line. The only thing we make Beanie Man boo when get a Mandela Park bigger than my own was because of Mandela did it. Them boo me a Barbican, them boo me all manna call me boo.
Serious?
Me dep on stage and man dep on boo. Boo. Me as a virgin you can't call me boo. A woman alone for call me boo. And then 2 weeks after that, I became the #1 DJ in Jamaica.
So that never discouraged your mackerel?
No, man, it only make me get stronger, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it only make me get stronger because in life, you know, this is what people will always try. Let me tell you something about life. You say if you do good, people want to see you do bad. And if you do bad, then glad say you do bad. So me have a matter where me fight with. My greatest revenge in life is success. I don't have no time for hate nobody, you know.
Right.
Me no want to fight you and kill you. I just want to buy one new BMW and you see me every day and you just wither down. All right? Back to the major mackerel story now. A thief a tin of mackerel.
Yeah.
And use a stone bust it. Because me tell you, I have bachelor and degree in suffering and hard life. Never have no knife, bust it with a stone or river, me and my brethren eat it. The tin mackerel to me and poison me. Bump me up. My mother send me go mackerel, go shop for go buy a tin of mackerel. So she can cook dinner for 5 of us with 1 tin of mackerel. My friend have bread and me have the mackerel. So me go river, me and my friend. We eat the mackerel, me save the whole family from get poison. I just say 2 we get poison.
So you look funny.
Yeah, you know. Then me start going to school named New Providence Primary. Me and I youth kick off. Me didn't know me I go famous. Me never know where me there go do. If me there go be bad man, baller, cricketer. But me was like to be seen. And you know, after me eat the mackerel and the mackerel poison me, my brother start calling me mackerel. I go to school and me start bad up myself and go and everything me want to be seen. The teacher said, well, act like you are the major. So them had the major to the mackerel and from little boy days, me I tell you, little boy days. Me name Major Mackerel.
When you decided that music was your thing and you started to go out, was it a matter that you prepare before you hit the stage, before you go to the studio, with your rehearse within yourself? Or
no, here we go on them time, you know. In them days there, you know, we never have nothing to do at daytime. So all we could have do, 2 pan and 1 piece of stick. Bam, 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 run down, man, gal. We just DJ the whole day. So rehearsal is not something that we did have to do. We rehearse all day and cook 5-6 hour makeup. You know, ghetto youth style, you know. Where they me ask some local youth, you know, ever run a boat yet? The youth them say, one name so Major Mackerel. I say, welcome to the world. See?
Yeah.
You know, cook and DJ. So whenever they have rehearse, lyrically, with the dead, they just want to experience, you know, chords, keys and melodies, you know, because a lot of people think they are just DJ alone, you know. It consists of keys and chords, you know, high and low. In the army, me a major. You test mackerel, me buck up in a danger. Me a the major, me never hack minor. Shot in a New York, no made in a China. Army, major, me the mackerel, danger. Me a the major, me never hack minor. So it's high and low.
Yeah, man.
I never know keys and chords, but I just know for DJ.
Right.
But in terms of rehearsal, whenever they have to rehearse.
Right.
See?
You made a point earlier when we were speaking about the fact that back in the day when you were coming up, you couldn't go into the studio and make no mistake.
No, sir.
You did have to just DJ straight without
Straight.
the mistake.
Straight to the upbeat.
Right? Yeah, man. And you did all have to do all 3 verses.
Yeah,
4
man.
verse.
3-4 verses in a song.
Yeah. So in order to be able to step into a studio and do that, you would have had to have, I don't know, either the confidence or the talent or both, or like you say, you don't do a formal rehearsal, but you're a DJ all the time, every day.
Yeah. The DJ, the lyrics them over and over. But, you know, as you mentioned studio, you know, studio is very easy now, you know?
No, yeah.
All right? This morning before I go to the doctor, a man drive come check me at my house and in my garage. I 8 dub plate me do that this morning. In our car.
Yeah.
In those days, we have King Jammy's studio, King Tubby's, Black Scorpio, Mixing Lab, New Name, just to name a few. In those days, you have 4 qualifications where you have to qualify for before you can even enter the studio. You have to qualify for going to the studio yard.
Right.
You have to qualify for going to the studio area. And you have to super qualify for record. Music is very easy now. Because the other day, me say, me now go call the artist name, a real big name artist. I finish up a album. Him have 1 more song left and he's in a car, him sit down and do the album. The studio there in the car. In those days when you go in a people's studio, a man say red light. See the red light up on the camera? And that we watch. When that come on, you can't make no mistake till the music finish.
Right.
For example, you have Steely over here, so. You have Sly, drum, the drummer, keyboard man, and the rhythm a lay, and you go straight to tape. In other words, most of the olden songs them that we want to listen to, the harmony track and the lead track is on 1 track. So that means harmony man can't make no mistake. Lead man can't make no mistake. It's different now. Now you make mistake, you stop, you go there so, you do this, you do that. You cut out that, you punch in here so. That never did go on in our time. A natural talent for your 3.5-4 minutes where the record lasts for. And you can DJ 2 verse. You either DJ 3 verse, then you repeat 1 and the hook and the song done, or you put 4 verses in the song. There's a whole lot of changes in the music, and as you know, say, I lose my foot through diabetes, and the pants foot are the tight. the shirt a little tight and me a swagger. So me kind of hint at the young people them something too. Me no whole, but me no cold.
Right.
You understand me?
Man. Yeah, man.
So me kind of adjust myself, do a couple new record in the new fields.
Nice.
But music are music, and wherever stages of life it goes, you know, I will be going with it.
All right.
'Cause
Well,
this is all I know. I don't know nothing else.
Yeah. We have a limited amount of time, Mackerel, and we could have talked for the whole day, and you could have tell me all about the industry from way back when till right now, because you're still relevant in my estimation, you know what I mean, and I'm sure people out there agree with me. But we spoke about the stage, we spoke about the studio. How important was the sound system?
Well,
for you?
That was life. Me and Ninja Man used to DJ from him name JJ. Enough lot of people don't know that. JJ. And then him change his name to Ugly Man. Then him change his name to Ninja Man.
Okay.
So DJing around sound, it was me and Ninja Man and Shabba Rankin back in the days. But after Ninja killed Shabba Sting, the clash, you know, it changed. You know, Shabba still hold the vibes against Ninja.
Okay.
And that's something that it changed. But before then, all over with up on the sound. And come off of one truck, half a tree, and jump on the next truck. We go to St. Elizabeth. We come from Portland, me and Ninja, Shabba. Reach half a tree, come off of the sound truck, then catch one half a tree where I go to St. Elizabeth. And you know, the sound system was really relevant, because that is how our voice was heard. And the music, if you notice, all the old producers have a sound system.
Right.
That is because the Jamaica government and the Jamaica system never used to recognize the Jamaica music. The listen back then radio wave, a lot of them you don't know what is radio wave. You're supposed to have understanding what is radio wave. And FM, FM FM. A FM?
Yeah, you have FM, you have RJR.
RJR, yeah, FM.
Yeah.
Those radio stations play only American music. They never used to play the local music.
Right.
Till Bob Marley, Peter Tosh, Bunny Wailer, those so-called gentlemen. You know, I can't say so-called gentlemen, because what them do gentlemen not do it. The man them going at the radio station and hold a radio man and say, look here now, you say if you want to work, you're going to have to play Wailer's music. If you don't want to work, don't play. That is how our music get recognition. Then the producers them know. King Jammys, we have 5 songs when produce. King Tubby's a play a Mobile tonight. So him look on Tubby's and say to them 5 songs, play them at Mobile for me. Tubby's have 4 songs when produce. Him say Jammys, play them 4 at Portland for me. That was how the local music was heard.
On the sound system.
On the sound system. So the sound systems play a lot before all of this hype reggae, where they're on the radio, and Jamaica know how much we have. Around 200 reggae stations now.
Wally.
Yeah. And you know, so the sound system was the voice of the artists, the voice of the producers.
Yeah.
And the voice of the people that was out there struggling. So this little music here where we create just fulfill their inner emptiness.
Yeah.
So the sound system was the real background of our music and our history and our story.
You said that your voice ate dub plates before coming here today.
Yeah.
And a lot of artists still do dub plates, which means that sound systems may not be as popular or profitable in Jamaica, but elsewhere in the world, a lot of sound systems do that. So would you consider dub plates still an important part, not only for the music, but for your income as an artist?
Well, for my income, you have to understand when the dub plate thing I broke out 1985, 86. It was me, Shabba Rankin, Admiral Bailey, Papa San, Professor Nuts, Them time they get beaten if you look out the road.
True. I'm not lying.
Professor Nuts, just to name a few as DJ. And we are the first set of DJ them start the DJ dub play. And the sounds them that make this thing reach how it reach was Stone Love. You have one named Aries, Bodyguard, King Gemini, just to name a few. Those are the sounds that in a city that cut the dub plate, but the dub plate industry is live.
Still.
That is where everybody I make money from now. No. Because here we are going now. You see, who used to work for $200 before Corona, them I work for $130 now.
Okay.
So who used to work for $500, I work for $3.
Okay.
Who used to work for $1,000, I work for $6 bills.
Okay.
So the sound man them get a break in prices, and in the history of our local music and dub plate being cut is the most dub plate cut in the history of Jamaica since this corona something can come in.
Yeah.
All Bounty Killer now and blue convertible brings him by out a dub plate, man. Beanie Man, you know, a whole heap of dub plate around, man. Because everybody cut them price. And all of us know.
Yeah.
We just don't know when this thing is go done, but we know it go done. So the sound man them, basically, them keep active is not the local one them, the one them in Europe, Japan, Sweden, Denmark, Holland, Amsterdam. Because, you know, if you look on the world map, you know, you look good on the world map, you can barely see Jamaica.
Yeah.
Where we see in a Jamaica now, most of the producer them, promoter and the people them, the music industry, they does not provide any form of stability for artists. When the artist then dead, if them family them can't bury them, the Federation or the Jamaica Music Festival or all of these great names that are generating millions out of reggae need to set up a fund where for veteran artists or for any artist in general, you don't have to be veteran. As long as you register with the Jamaica Federation of Music and register with the right people them where you have to register, we need some form of resource. And to me, the only resource we could have is them set up a good reggae museum, one in a Kingston, one in Wochi, and one in Montego Bay.
It's actually a really good idea.
You understand me? And me would like you to be an ambassador and present this thing here to the people then. We need a museum so that we don't have to walk and beg for bury artists. People are pay $500 for going there and they go study Bob Marley, Peter Touch, Bunny Wailer, Beanie Man, Bounty Killer, Mad Cabra. They go study everybody. Major Mackerel. Now they go study me first. First, Major Mackerel. Yeah.
Sir Garfield Dixon.
Yes, sir.
AKA Major Mackerel.
Yes,
It's
sir.
been an honor and a privilege, brother, to talk today.
Yes, brethren. I'm delighted to enlighten your acquaintance.
Yes, sir.
And may the engine of your generosity never rusty. And I hope your music basket never run empty.
Respect and honor.
Selassie, one love. Yeah, people. Love on yourself, you know. People, remember, I love are the way, yeah?
Respect.
That's the way. Major Mackerel, my name and my time is up. But love on yourself, yeah?
Blessings, my brother. Respect.
Love on yourself. Remember me, I telling you, you know.
Yeah.
See it here? 1 foot me have. Alright? Yeah, you camera, look, 1 foot. But me still in a good frame of mind. And no funeral, no keep no weapon on my body. Every part is live and going well. So love on yourself. Hear me, people?
The GMC effect.
and the feeling makes you want to participate. So you end up moving, you end up doing whatever Ding is doing, or you end up saying whatever he's saying. And that is because he understands how to make it look big. He understands how to engage you and how to get you to participate. And that's not something a textbook or I mean, maybe a mentor could teach you that, you know, but to be honest with you, it's an inborn thing, and you really have to go out every single night and craft that and be able to motivate people. You know, Malcolm X does it. Malcolm X and Dick Don are not too far away from each other, right? We can say Malcolm X or Marcus Garvey move people to do this. Imagine if Dick Don says something about repatriation in Africa and start dance. You know, much people would have said, you know, so many people go Ghana.
Because if I could do it all over again, I would never change a thing. Because this generation will never ever live to experience the things that we have experienced in the past. We have seen it all. We have seen it then, and we are still seeing this generation today. I am so thankful that I can go on stage. I went on stage with Bob. I went on stage with the second generation, Ziggy Steve. And I went on stage with the third generation, Skip Marley. So I am truly thankful that I have been going on stage with the three generations.
Yes, round of applause.
And people know that music is a viable way for them to make it out of their career. And they can make a life out of it. And I think that needs to be something that, from the policy level, it has to come very strong, and it has to be reinforced in the classrooms that, listen, we are creative, the opportunities are there, and we need to make sure that parents are aware as well, because they have to be on board on this. So that when parents, when children come and say, listen, I want to go in music, they don't get clobbered for saying I want to go in music, because the field is so diverse. The field is so diverse.
Or it's seen as so lucrative.
And the field is so diverse and so lucrative. I believe once that narrative is changed and we have a vision driving from the policy level, coming down and also enriching the grassroots and that kind of thing, the change that we need, it can be made.
Thank you.
First time, I was at the University of Aba in Nigeria. And I met a young man, his name is Alex, he's a big architect now. I'm saying, Alex, come on. You study the Western ways. How do you deal with that versus your tradition? He said, my tradition is me. I keep that. And I add the West to it.
Simple.
When it's come and go, them have to go say, you know, him did original and him come up with his own pattern and style and melodies. And as you say, my greatest goal was to be like, from a song roll off and I said the first two words, a man can say, yo, a protege tune that. So to do that as a young artist, you have to be diligent. I could take
like more and more reggae music became like part of just my musical diet, you know, and it wasn't necessarily, interestingly enough, even something that my parents listened to that much. I wasn't necessarily getting influence from them. I was just kind of going and seeking it out because it was a very, you know, like it wasn't like salsa music, it wasn't like cumbia, it wasn't like, you know, any of the other artists that I've mentioned previously. It was like its own very unique and special place. And in fact, I remember, I'm not even just saying this because you're here, but I remember the song that for me was kind of like a turning point in terms of like, I need to learn more about this, was Under Me Sensi. And, you know, so respect Barrington Levy, you know, for real.
I'm not trying to scare anyone. The potential is that reggae can fall into the category of a legacy genre or heritage genre like bluegrass, or, you know, things that exist and are, no, I'm not saying the potential.
But the point,
here, I'll tell you why. I'm telling you why. Because of the global landscape. Wait, I'm just telling you the potential. I'm not saying it is, right? Because of the global landscape, what's happening is a lot of subcultures and genres that are influenced by reggae. Last night we had Kool Herc at the opening reception, and Shaggy said, "Hey, hip hop came from reggae."
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Is the current sonic of Afrobeat came from dancehall, right?
Reggaeton.
No, but this is one
Reggaeton.
The reggaeton came from. So what happens is, if these new ones keep on coming and coming and coming, then what we have is, like, in music we have legends, we have legacy acts, heritage radio stations say, hey, like, there's not a lot of people listening to this radio station anymore, but it's such a emotional part or nostalgic, yeah. So what happens is, if the innovation, if the competitive mindset does not think it can fall into that category, because
are irresponsible in their personal lives, so that flows over into their business. So for an artist, like, I can only speak on my experience, but for artists like Chronix, who is young, aspiring, growing, developing at the moment, he is different from an elder who might have 9 baby mother around the world. And it all boils down to their decision, I'm not the artist, I'm the manager. So when the artist says that, yo, I'm not concerned all of my things, don't go over there and whatever, all of my income gone to my family, there's nothing to bring upon a crew on the road, me and my team we just completed a tour of 45 shows across America, and we took Janai, we took Kelissa, we took Jessie Ryan, we took Sherry Cowan, who is a chef. She cooked for Chronix, and she cooked for all the artists and while we were on the road, and that wasn't paid for by the promoter. That came out of our budget, and that decision was solely on Chronix and his management team to say that if we, because a lot of these agents don't understand where our music is coming from, or even our community that we build, with Diggy, Chronix, Jesse, everybody, they don't understand the story. So when you approach them and tell them that, hey, let us, or in the early stages, they used to just push and open on you, because they go in with low ticket prices and because they cannot accommodate an additional member, coming with you. So they normally go for the local openers until they get that leverage where you can negotiate now to say, I want to include my DJ and my openers. So that is one level where I saw that we are here now where we can determine who opens, who assists as DJ, who we can create our own showcase, and that is an advantage. And with that advantage, we have seen control of the whole performance, the show run smooth, person get a better experience, etc. And as I said, now it all boils down to the decision of the team, if it's financially possible, and then if you, the artist, are that main act, is willing to forego that amount of finance to develop or help in the development of this industry. Because what that tour did for us is it boosted our recognition in some small markets, because persons weren't just seeing Chronix live in Arizona or Chronix live in Denver, Colorado, but it was a reggae show was coming to town with 4 acts. So you can watch a show from 8 p.m. to 12:30, 1 a.m. in the morning, And where the crew numbers are concerned and stuff, it's just sometimes limited resources for upcoming artists, and not everybody is brave enough to reinvest their income or their first expose income. It's not everybody is willing to make that investment, and once that decision is made to invest, I think it will assist us to see more professionals being, employed. And the Jamaican industry is an industry where a lot of these opportunities or roles are I would say, they are passed down to fellow children of who the artists or the agents is. So basically, we need to help the youth to know that opportunities exist in this industry, right? Opportunities. You don't have to think of being a manager, an artist, or a band member. There are opportunities in admin, opportunities in logistics, opportunities in the whole production, from stage to front of house. There are just things to do that we need to know. Give up our ourselves in assisting that road to develop locally because it's still...
PR is usually earned media, which is not paid for. Now that doesn't mean you don't pay for a publicist, but in terms of the content and in terms of getting that kind of, I should also let you guys explain this too, but in terms of getting that kind of reception from media to where they are promoting you essentially based on the fact that you're adding value to content or story in and around industry or whichever type of material, you know, essentially that you're trying to promote. When you're talking about paid media, which is more of the traditional marketing, that's your TV, radio, and print. So that comes at a very big cost, which is why now with the evolution of digital, which is a fraction of a cost, the amount of exposure, the audience, you know, the boundaries which you transcend across are a lot larger at a lot smaller, you know, price. But basically PR is what you get for free. And that's really based on your merit and the value that audiences feel and that a media house would perceive as value to their readers or listeners or viewers, etc. Whereas traditional is more the marketing paid media.
Let's face it, the biggest reggae bands them right now, they're white reggae bands. They have the biggest tickets, they have the biggest sales. You're sitting to yourself and say what it is that they're doing that we are not. Now let's face it. Anybody in us that think that racism have not played apartheid, you're mad. Yes. I myself, my grandmother white. You know, Jamaica is out of many one people. You sit on beside a man, a Chinese man, I say, yo, I'm Shaggy, and him don't look like you. We're used to that. See? But if you look at the history of what reggae has done, even take for instance, the police. Sting said to me, say, I used to go and watch Steel Pulse and Oswald and these guys and was mesmerized and Bob Marley about what they have done back in the early days. And he went and did a hybrid version of it, which then became the police. You know what I'm saying? And part of it, they made great music and became massive, but how they got on radio was they were white. If you think about it, the biggest reggae band them, UB40, Ace of Base, they're all white reggae bands. Exactly. See, well, Magic are really one song. But, see, you look on somebody like a Calibots, who probably play more festival than Grant Marga, yeah. Have more hits than him. True. So, you look at the great Bob Marley, see, arguably the king of reggae. Yeah? The biggest chart position song is a song called I Shot the Sheriff, sing by the white guy. So don't think it's not a part of it. What we should not do is dwell on it.
Thank you.
That's not my concern. Because nobody knows the work that what you put in. So I cannot determine and say, yo, you know, deserve $10. That I would do that. But you as an artist have to look into yourself and say, boy, I want to know what you're doing, you know. Because if I make that song go out there and play my song, if I make Jar go out there and play my song, if I make Addis go out there and play my song, them going to join 20 more songs. So why should I pressure it? I can get $1 here and $1 here. When the 20 more songs come in, I can get $20 more.
Which is, like I said to you, Revolution is not a rich song. Yeah. We're not millionaires. And I work in television in America. If you ever watch Oprah Winfrey Network, my show comes on every Saturday. I'm a producer, or for the Iyanla Fix My Life show. And I work in television, and I'm telling you, I'm still struggling to buy these dub plates. It's very expensive, so if you artists hear me, hear my cry, work with it, Reggie.
Hold on.
My only problem with it is that we're not seeing numbers in it. We're not seeing streaming numbers. We're not seeing people crossing with it. We're not seeing that atmosphere. So at this point, you have reggae, Afrobeat, which is a bird child of dancehall and reggae, right? You have, even though the Afro man, I'm gonna say everything comes from Africa.
Everything but anyway, from the 90s.
Yeah, no, but may I say that the Afrobeat itself, seeing, is doing huge numbers. You have reggaeton that is doing huge numbers. You have trap, which is hip hop, that is doing huge numbers. All of these are birth child of dancehall and reggae, and dancehall and reggae have the lowest numbers out of everything. And we're all them out of Jamaica.
Our light skin.
Shaggy, Bob Marley, Shad Paul, a three brown brother. And a coincidence that. See, we're not saying that we're not talented people and go. But me I tell you, say for years and years, I get to me born, me used to there as a little red boy when I get to place and me get picked on because me had a little red youth. See? But me I tell a man, say, and the man thinks, say, yeah, I call you reach uptown. Me never say uptown till me bus and come back to Jamaica. When me go first time, me go check a little girl uptown and I go through the house and me say, Mr. Long driveway there, I'm going and I say, oh, that house a big so. And I say, a dish. And then I go in and I say, blood clean, them are cornflakes, them think them get in a barrel. And it tastes like soap. So at the end of the day, when I try to tell you, say, we're all just one. You see me, I say, we come from that, you know. So we can't dwell upon it, but we have to just come with that cool factor. Keep going really hard, keep going strong, and know that we have the best culture in the world.
But also they don't have any knowledge of the value of the stuff. It's still a mentality, irrespective that I spoke about going to UN and laughing with Rastafari, you know, me at the University of the West Indies and I study Bob Marley. And I laugh, I hold my belly, whoa. Still we're having a problem in the mindset of our people in valuing ourselves. It's very hard for me at this point in my life to still see this. It's, you know, to see what we have done culturally across the world. When I travel across the world, and you speak to people. When I went to Rotterdam, I actually went back to my hotel room and I cried. Because there I was, no disrespect, I have no problem whatsoever. A part of me said, I'm good. It was very, very juvenile, but a part of me was like, sticking up my tongue at this place that I call home and going, because they don't value our stuff. I went there was a ska tent, there was a Rastafari tent, there was a reggae tent, there was everything about our culture being commodified.
For 7 days.
Okay, for 7 days, people enjoying it. Okay, people going into the Rastafari tent, burning ganja, eating ital food. There's a dancehall tent, and here we are in Jamaica. Tell me what we have done. So still, we have the mindset, and it angers me so much, especially since after Europe. We still have a mindset of devaluing ourselves. Why? With such a rich...
For my generation, a lot of us know the word publish to mean when you click post on the blog post or the video that you just upload, or maybe a feature in the newspaper or on television. So we have to make sure everybody in the room understands what this conversation around publishing in music really means.
What during that time did I feel I would be doing this that I'm doing today as a PR or a publicist? I exited school, went to college over in the US, and for me it was always a 9 to 5. I had to have a 9 to 5. Doing promotion and doing events was a spare thing because I didn't want to stand at events. So Fantan Moja actually was the first artist. So I would watch shows in Jamaica and I'm like, wait, we don't have them here in the States. We need these shows, we need these artists here. And I would have my little show and so forth. I would work 9 to 5 because I needed a check. I couldn't depend on knowing when is the next check coming. I wanted to be secure and know that I was getting a check every week. So 9 to 5, I started in healthcare and then I went over to corporate. 2011, I was laid off and got a severance package, and at the same time I was like, well, I like the promotion thing, so why not go back home and try it? Once again, never did this before. Went home to Mandeville, where I'm from, and I decided to have a show with iOctane, Fire King, and Irene. Right? It was those three, yes. And during that time, there was some glitches where I couldn't understand why iOctane would not come to Mandeville and he wanted me to have rehearsal in Kingston. And I said, this art is difficult, man. All right, no problem, we did it. And the show went on. During that time, there was another man, Delroy Thompson, Juice TV. He guided me through every single step of that promotion, to the point where, as a young woman, I'm saying, listen, I'm not going off on that light post and beat no pool and no, flyer, no board. And he he was like, listen, you want to know how to do this? You have to do it routine. So every single step I had to learn, and he made sure I learned that. So that was then. Coming back to the United States now, I obtained management at the I think at the time, not sure, reached out to me and said, hey, we're looking for someone over in the States. Your passion, we would like for you to actually come on board as management. And I'm like, and going back to what you said, it was, well, I've never done this before, but if you are willing to take the ride with me, let's go. I Octane was the first artist at that time, was the first artist who I worked with. At that time in America, no one pretty much knew about him unless you were in the core of dance hall and reggae. So you were aware of him burning down, Summerfest and doing all these wonderful shows. And from there, the journey started. So for me, it was, why not? I never looked back and said, I'm going to, continue a 9 to 5 after that. And today I am, may not be working with IFT, but with a host of other artists in PR.
But I have to try not to play a victim and to just know that some of these people, they were not brought up. That's how they were brought up. And as women, we need to just know that we are not going to accept it. And just, start a revolution. Women need to support women.
Become a starving artist. And one of those signs, we have the solution for it with the panel right here. Number one, I shouldn't charge too much for my work. How many of us have a problem deciding what we are worth and how much to ask for? Any artists in the building, raise your hand. Yeah, like you feel a way. You want to take off a couple zero off at the end because I know 20 years may I do it for yet. The solution to that is to get a manager so you don't have to have those conversations. You agree over the phone or in a conversation what we're going to charge, and you back away from every conversation around pricing. Let someone who is bold enough and believe in your brand enough, let them lead those conversations about costing. Deal? Because we're not trying to be a starving artist. Sign number 2, I don't need training, I'm naturally talented, and my talent is gonna get me there. How many of us feel that way? We don't need to go back to school, we don't need to get more training, because God has blessed us with all we need, right? Wrong. You have to apply a growth mindset, and Shaggy spoke about it earlier, that as old, young as he is, he keeps learning. And anybody who wants to see their talent thrive and don't want to starve on it has to apply that kind of perspective. And the final sign, number 3, is that you're limiting your revenue streams. You insist that the bulk of your money and your wealth is going to be earned a particular way by selling albums in a...
I started working with EDM DJs, and I actually took like my first job, and I did it because I wanted to just see how all of these people from Europe and the younger generation, how they were marketing to their audience, because it's a generation that is exploding where they have an audience of 50,000 people they're performing in front of, but corporate America doesn't own any piece, And the interesting thing about it was, it was exploding so fast, and it was just acquiring so much traffic and so much money was starting to be generated that I literally watched corporate America steal it back. If you look at when EDM came out, information was moving fast. The drugs even changed from slow drugs to fast drugs. And then the music is 120 beats per minute versus, slow trap music. But I watched corporate America force black music back on the radio because they owned it.
That's so accurate. Oh my God.
So they took control back by saying, well, we don't own this EDM thing that Vegas and Ibiza and everybody's making all this money all over the planet with, but we do control the black people. So let's flood the music back, let's bring weed culture back, and they literally slowed everything back down by force, just because they own the networks of radio. So
artists get really caught in becoming a brand because of Instagram, and they forget about the music. So that's why with the whole, people can have millions of followers but sell 3,000 albums. You know what I mean? So that doesn't equate, because people will like your picture all day, but if your music isn't good, they're just not gonna buy it. You know what I mean? So I think, yes, be a brand or whatever as an artist, but Also, I feel like record companies need to start doing their jobs, and maybe, then Instagram could go back to being fun. You know what I mean? Instead of like, I have to post every day because I have to keep people engaged for free. I mean, I don't know. This is just me.
No, you're right.
Because that's a job in itself. So you want me to market and promote myself and go through life and make this album and then have to market and promote it myself on Instagram.
Yeah.
Got it.
Expect that now we can't just play the music. We got to tell the whole story of the music. We got to show the music. We got to post the music. So the only way that I think that's really the way that we're going to help is if the artists, them, the producer, them, the players of instruments in the game help us help them by allowing, giving us the tools we need, whether it be jingles, whether it be the dub plates, when you're putting out your songs, send us your release schedule.
Because there's always a way. When there's a hit, there's a writ, but there's always a way out. You got to settle it, and you got to be practical. And to make money in this business, you have to have a good sense of practice.
Whoever contributes to making that, so from the person who does this, to the person who does something on the guitar, to the person who's humming in the back, somebody do a little shaker,
Right.
all of that comes together to form the composite of the music.
The composition, yes. And now in order to monetize the composition, it has to equal 100%.
Yeah.
So each contributor then of the music or of the lyrics, they have to come up with an agreement of what their contribution was, and then either sign a split sheet or have a lawyer like Andrew on their behalf represent them and sort it out so that it's in the agreement. Because the song, if it doesn't equal 100%, it can't be licensed and it can't be monetized.
When you look at it now, if a sponsor isn't at an event, the show can keep. It's these sponsors that are pumping money into the entertainment. It is these sponsors that are using us, the artists, to promote their products. And I said to myself, okay, because I can't get as ranch as I want to get, let me strike a balance with my music. Let me keep it dancehall, but at the same time, keep it at a level where if a 3-year-old was to come to the concert or a grandmother was to come to the concert, they could still listen to the music. So I took that conscious decision, noticing what was happening.
On this first day, you had already created the song that's called.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How?
Because there's a record. I love my music. I'm looking for records and stuff. So I'm looking for rare records. And the sense when I'm tuned to, as I'm playing, I noticed the records has on grove in it. You can see it. So, and at the time too, it was the luxury of headphones. I had to know the record. I had to know when it's gonna come off. So I'm doing that. But at the same time, I'm watching the crowd. Some people wait for certain parts of the records. I said, oh, I'm gonna call it the merry-go-round.
Mm-hmm.
So just the snippets. So that's it. And all my little breaks I had, I put them together, and I said, Gus, let's go. Everybody said, I like
they
that.
were b-boy heaven.
I like that. It's like how you call this? This is a cram jam.
Mm-hmm.
I got to cram it in, and everybody look for that. That was the born of that. And there was a record called Bongo Rock. Well, that's not it. The cut of it called Apache, and it wouldn't stop. It wouldn't stop. That's what we're supposed to say. And you don't stop, and you stop, and you don't stop, and you don't. That was it.
From the very beginning, the JMC has acknowledged Jamaica's unique position as a cultural superpower. Music has been the principal instrument that has carried Jamaica to the rest of the world. In order to truly be a cultural superpower, Jamaicans must now own and control distribution and marketing of the music that has made our culture such a global phenomenon. From inception, the JMC recognized the importance of institutions to preserve and sustain Jamaica's music industry. To that end, the JMC has worked with Jamaican-based institutions such as JAM, JCAP, JAMPRO, and JARIA. They have all contributed countless gems to JMC attendees over the years. The conference team is committed to working alongside these institutions to strengthen their ability to serve the professionals within our music industry. Now, no discussion on culture would be complete without a discussion of Jamaica's foundation in sound system culture. Since year one, JMC has highlighted sound system culture as an integral part of the Jamaica music industry. The JMC has been blessed to have some of the greatest selectors in sound system history grace the conference stage. It is also quite clear that the business of music does not operate in a vacuum. Evidently, factors like race and economics play a role in preventing our music industry from growing. As such, the JMC will continue to acknowledge and expose the barriers to our global success while engaging in discussions about solutions that will ultimately move our music industry forward.
Well, young man, if me ugly like you, I beg God ring out my face and put it for sun. 'Cause pretty looks done, and you not get none. The looks done and they no get none. Pretty looks done and they no get none. He looks done and they no get none. He looks done and they no get none. For them turn up, me sit down, me a walk, him a run, him bucking big toe tumble down.
Growing up for me here, it was very sweet. There's so much beauty in the land here, not to mention the people. Less than 5 minutes bird's eye view away from each other. You could be in the hills in a mountain type setting where it's look like forest, you know, and then all of a sudden you could look down this way and you'll be at the beach, sand, sea, the beautiful waters. It's a very calm, cool place. I mean, a lot of natural beauty. That's a great vibe in Jamaica and you can't deny it. There's so much beautiful things, and then you just take a glance out the window and you're awestruck. It brings you closer to your own thoughts. You know, people perk up about the mention of Jamaica. There's so much words that people can say, but when you experience it for yourself, you'll know. Join me in Jamaica.
In the Reggae studio with our reggae ambassadors as they reveal the other side of the reggae beat outside the spotlight.
Don't you know I am yours from the very day since you've happened to come my way? Can't you see I am falling in love with you for the rest of my whole life through? Can't you see that I'm under your spell?
My name is Ken Booth, and that is the singing name, but my full name is Kenneth George Booth. I'm one of those colonial, named George, for George Washington, probably, or George, King George. And then the Booth is a European name also. And Ken, it's European, all of them. That's my name. I was born in Western Kingston. That's in the heart of Kingston, Western Kingston. I was born the 22nd of March, 1948. And I brought up into a family that some of them are entertainers. I'm the last from my mother. And the first child from my mother, Hyacinth Clover, she died the other day. That is Bim and Bam. There was 2 comedians years ago. That's Bim's wife. And my mommy, Mrs. Brood, I remember that she is the first person as my mother that I heard singing. Because whenever she washing clothes and all that, old time people, them call them, they use singing for the comfort. And they'd wash a whole lot of clothes and things. And she used to sing a lot of gospel. And she's powerful in her singing, I was bred out of a good family. A family who I brought up, see my mother and father trying hard, because those days in the ghetto, when people have like all 6, 7 children, and they dedicate themselves to their children, you really have to see it as a motivation for you as a youth if you're looking keenly. And I used to see my father work. He's a corporation man, work, and my mommy, I remember when I was growing up, she used to work at Maxfield Park, a children's home. And out of that, they sent us to school. And my elder sisters, I remember that my father sent them away to England out of the £4 a week that he's working. £4, and it was £75 to go away. Those days, so you know that he was really dedicated to save out of those little money to help his children, you know. I used to watch people like Wayne Gray, Jackie Edwards, Jackie Opel, those great solo singers, you know. I used to wish when I get the chance to go to a show, because them days we don't really work, you know, we have money for ourselves, so we have to get a money from somebody to go to the show or something. So when I do see a stage show, you know, I'm so happy and wish I could be like these guys, you know. That's what I used to do, you know. I used to go at the Ambassador Theatre, you know, where they call Jungle now, you know. And I remember Owen Gray, as a little boy, I used to stand up and watch these guys fighting to carry his fly pack, you know. Because anybody can fly pack can get to go inside to watch him, you know, to watch the show. And I say, I want to be like them guys here, you know. Stranger Cole live in the same area where all of us grew up, and when I get to meet him now, I used to go to Boys Town when I leave school, you know. And I'm not a sport person, you know. I told other interviewers this before too. But I love sport. I love to watch people do it. But I need to play like a keeping up, sorry, you know. People who, like guys, boys, keeping up the ball, you don't want it going to the ground. But I used to go to Boys Town and watch little cricket or little soccer and spend a portion of time as kids, you know, before you go home, you know, really. And while I coming home, I used to pass Stranger Cole house. And I'll be hearing singing. And that's what I really love, because even in school, I used to sing at lunch times, because a couple of singers go to the school that I go to. Even Delana Stewart in the Gay Lads. He went to that school, and some other people that you don't probably would know about. And when lunchtime, we used to get up, you know, and compete, things like that. So I love singing from school, but passing Stranger Cole, after pass is always to go to my house. So I used to hear singing up this corner, and I stopped, like the singing would be going on like about a couple of chains, you know, running on. And I'd be standing up and listening. And I'd hear music, you know. Music is a source where it talks to you spiritually and physically. Because I find myself in the midst of it all. Just find myself leaning up and listening, because we had a group, you know. And I was there, and every now and then, so I want to come into singing, you know. Because Stranger was doing professional singing that time, and they start recording. And I didn't record any song as yet. So while the singing, I would be just filling in a little harmony to make them hear me, you know. I hear somebody that's saying, and Stranger like me, you know, him like my voice.
Artibella, my pretty little darling, please come home to me. Artibella, I saw you with the fella, and I don't like the idea. Artibella, you told me that you love me, there's no one else above me. Artibella, you took all my money, then told me you don't want me. Artibella, you know that I love you, but you still go away. Come back to me, baby, each and every day. Artibella, my pretty little darling, please come home to me. Artibella, I saw you with the fella, and I don't like the idea. Artibella, you told me that you love me. There's no one else above me. Artibella, you took all my money, then told me you don't want me. Artibella, you know that I love you, but you still go away. Come back to me, babe, each and every day.
I was like probably all 16, 15, 16. I remember. And then now, he decided to take me to Duke Reed for an audition. And I said this before to other people that interviewed me. And when he took me down there, and I started singing a song with the song Una Dos. That's the first song I've ever recorded. Una dos, tres cuatro, cinco seis, from 1 to 6, right? And when I started singing this song with Stranger, Duke Reed, me young, Duke Reed looked at me and said, before me start sing, right? Duke Reed looked, when Stranger said, I have a song with me anymore singing now. And him say, oh, could be get boy, they go on sing, he can't sing. You know what I mean? So he said, me start the song, not even, I didn't sing 3 verses, but him just say, upstairs. Because upstairs is 2 days, and go upstairs and I sing the song, and it release. And when I hear it now, my voice sounds strange to me, you know? Because I know when I hear your voice separate from you, from the natural. So it kind of sound funny like, and I'm starting to get used to it, hearing the sound. And then me and Stranger do another song for Duke Reed. There's 2 songs I did for Duke Reed. One named Mouse and War. Me and Stranger were very creative in a certain way where we can, like me and Stranger say, we're going to write a song today about a China sound. I want a China sound today, you know? So we say Mouse and War. And we didn't know what it means. We say, a mouse anywhere, ink, ink, sky, you know? A mouse anywhere, ink, ink. That's what she says to me. We didn't know what, but you know, that she said. And then, me and Stranger now, because Stranger working, he was big, you know, those days in Jamaica, Stranger was a top name. Stranger called Rough and Tough, When I Call Your Name, all those songs. And then the man Patsy, but Stranger loves me very much. He loves to sing with me, because when me and Stranger singing, that's the time I feel that he's singing, because I sing on high notes. And when he's harmony, he have to be way up there with me, you see? And feel it when he's singing with me, so. And he want to see me make it too. He want to see something from me. Then now, Sir Coxsone, Studio One. Studio One is as if he had the cream of the crop in those days, recording for him. And like every singer, this is my feeling, that's the way I felt at that time. I felt that if I don't go into Studio One, I'm not going to be the singer I want to be, you know? Because the kind of music that is coming out of Studio One, because, you know, we were influenced by the American music, the blues, you know? And Sir Cox now, he were very close to the American sound. You know, that you'd hear some singer sing a song and you say, boy, I'm sound like American, you know what I mean? And then me and Stranger know, this was what we really loved, the kind of clean singing and the good English, you know? You know what I mean? And although some of the songs we sing, you know, when I hear them back, realize we never even pronounce some of them properly, but he was so young and, you know, so me and Stranger now decided that we're going to do an audition for Sir Coxsone, you know? And me and Stranger went to Studio One. And we wrote a song. Me and Stranger were very creative, as I tell you, because those days, you had the World's Fair. There was a World's Fair going on. And we didn't even take a train. We never even go on a train yet. And we write a song about the World's Fair. And so we go to Downbeat and do the audition and sang, took my girl to the World's Fair and let her choose all she needs there. Now she choose, brown, brown, brown. Choose, prove on true. And I said, what more can I do, baby? What more can I do, darling, do for you? And I've never take a plane or anything and don't beat love it. Brahma recorded it and record Artibella. Artibella, man. First time I'm going to record Artibella was in a duo, me and Stranger. And don't beat love it. And then World's Fair release. Those days you have Blues Busters, you have Iggs and Wilson as duo. And you have Alton and Eddie, same Alton Ellis. And when me and Stranger do World's Fair, they start to compete us with these guys, saying that, oh, Stranger and Ken, the man they sing harmony we don't have to listen to, and you know what I mean? One day we're there and him said, and call me and say, I must sing on my own, you know? And those days now, simplicity were in me from I was a child. I respect what I see other people doing. So I said to him, you really want me to sing solo? All people like them guys, Wayne Gray, this, that, you know, big time, you know, singers them, you know, and him say, I say, you're the best, man, you know? You see, Sir Coxsone, he's the greatest when it comes to an artist, because he's the one that grew us. He's the one that grew me. Because I didn't know anything about solo singing, and he's the one that started me out singing solo to do recording. I remember the first song that I did for Sir Coxsone were written by BBC or Stranger, To Prevent is Better Than Cure. But it was not at studio one at that time. It was done by way of Tough Gang, you know, it was federal. And I did the sound, it didn't go on with anything, but to become a professional now, as a stable singer who is at a stable, you know, so he got 2 songs from America. Because all of us started out with the American music, you know. Some of these songs that you hear me sing, it's not we wrote them, you know. Some of them, for instance, all Moving Away. But I am the one who made Moving Away and these songs big around the world, but it's not we wrote them. But Sir Coxsone go to America, he knows who to choose what for. Because he knows what to choose for Delroy, he knows what to choose for Wailers, he knows what to choose for me, he knows what to choose for everybody. You understand? So he brought back 245 and he gave me, and he said to go and study them. Because didn't start me off in Sky, you know. It started me off singing soul music. And then one of them, ooh, baby, I love you. And the girls, them go, ooh, ooh. You know? And, you know, and then we recorded another one about Down the Teardrops. And when they released, the ska, you know, the ska was getting into the minds of Jamaican people.
Well, in every part of me, I can feel you're moving away, baby. I can feel you're moving away, baby, more every day. Ah, yeah, in every ways. Deep down inside of me, I can feel I'm losing you, baby. I can feel I'm losing you, baby, more every day. Ah, yeah, in every ways. Oh, baby, and I've got the power you need every night. And I've got the love you need to be satisfied. And I've got the power So why you're going away? Yeah, 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 yeah. You're moving away in so many ways. Good Lord, you're moving away. Mm-hmm. Hey. Deep down inside of me, I can feel I'm losing you, baby. I can feel I'm losing you, baby. More every day. Ah, yeah. In every ways. New girl. And I've got the power.
When Don't Beat released these two songs, they sold a little about the ska. The people them want ska. So you know what he did? Don't Beat give us the privilege to go in the studio whenever we have product, any kind of, you understand, sound what we want to do. We go inside and then Jackie would listen. And so when those two songs come out and didn't say anything, I went back in the studio and I did You're No Good, chung, 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 for what you have done, chung, 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 you know? And those days is dancehall, you know, you go and listen to music, you know. Because Shoe Don't Beat have a set, number one set, number two, number three. He would probably ask him and say, Mr. Daddy, you can put this on the plate? And he say, yes, I can carry this at this dance tonight. And I would go home and prepare myself to go and listen, because I'm not listening much of myself, because I'm not doing much recording, so. And I'd go and listen, and sometimes I go and I'm not in the selection, you know. The whole night I'm there and don't hear it. Yeah, because that's the way they select, you know, the selector. But I'd go back another night, another dance, and then I hear, dum 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 dum, you know, you're no, and it's the people that dance, man. I would say, yeah, you know what I mean. Because peer work, we're working every time you hear a song, we're going that thing with you. Go back and find another one, you know. We're going to the studio, you know. Now you come running back, now you come, you know, running back and running on the track. And that was in the dance hall too, and then. No. The first hit song I'm going to get in Jamaica that really gonna make me have a whole soul name in Jamaica was The Train Is Coming. We as kids, railway, it wasn't so far from where I lived in those days to walk. I never am going on a train when that song was written. But we know about train, you know, and even my mother, you know, right? We can't forget when I script it like the song, and she when you write down something I think, you know. I'm look up in the ceiling of the house, so. And she pants and said, well, do you boy mad? You get mad. You just know, because it's just quiet, you know. And it's a piece of paint down there. And so when me done, I don't beat me gone, you know. I saw me them things I be done, so we gone in the studio, you know. And Garks at the time to go inside, and I'm going, you know. I'm tell Jackie, and Jackie does tung tam tung chung 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 tung tam. And me I tell you when that release.
Train is coming, baby. Said train is coming now. Said train is coming, baby. Said train is coming now. So long I've been waiting for you. Oh Lord, now the time has come when it's between you and me. Oh Lord, because train is coming, baby. I said train is coming now, 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 now. And we will roam this land where we all will be free.
It was peer number one now.
I'm gonna tell you goodbye, babe, and I don't want to see you cry, babe. I'm leaving you behind, but it's just for a time.
After that, Puppet and a String, that's the first song that actually took me to the foreign, Puppet and a String. I remember how it came about. Sir Coxsone went to England, and there was a World Eurovision contest, and Sandy Shaw, she won the contest with Puppet and a String, and so he brought it back. And we used to record on 2 tracks before, right? By that time now, don't be talking about 6 tracks recording, and so him can do the rhythm without us. Once ago, we couldn't do the rhythm without us, and we have to be there singing the same time with the band. But at that time now, when Puppet and a String he can do the rhythm without me. So I remember I was going home, and Jackie went outside the gate and called me, Ken, and went back. And him said that, excuse me, just bring this song, and he want me to sing it. And when I go around the back, I just learn it, without write out anything. It was over and over. Most of it is just the same thing, repeating. And I went in the studio and we did it, and him carried the dub plate to a dance tonight. And when I see what's happening, say, anytime you see what's happening in the dance hall, that's it. Gone. And came out and released in England. And done good because of Sandy Shaw's own. My one was easy, be heard. And the Jamaican, West Indian people in England, they took onto it. And so an Alton had Get Ready, Rock Steady. Get Ready, Rock Steady, Alton. And so that song was also a seller in England at the time. So Don't Beat arranged a tour. And when he said to me that he was taking me to England, I was surprised. I didn't even thinking about foreign to go nowhere. I was telling somebody that even the shoes that I wore, right, to England, it was winter. And I wore the soft little shoes. That breeze, the coldest run through it. So when I went to the airport, I have to run behind this wall, shelter my feet.
I wonder if one day that you say that you care. If you say you love me madly, I'll gladly be there like a puppet on a string. Well, babe, I'll be dressed like a merry-go-round with all the fun in the fair. One day I'm feeling down on the ground, then I'll look in the air. Are you leading me on to call out? Will you be done? I wonder if one day that you say that you care. If you say you love me madly, I'll gladly be there like a puppet on a string. Oh, babe, I'll be dressed like a merry-go-round with all the fun in the fair. One day I'm feeling down on the ground, then I'll look in the air. Are you leading me on to call out? Will you be done? I wonder if one day that you say that you care. If you say you love me madly, I'll gladly be there like a puppet on a string.
I was 19 years old. First time going anywhere. I listened to everything that everybody said to do because I want to. The privilege was so nice that I don't want to, like I just swallowed it sort of situation. So, but I was stubborn. From I was young, I fight injustice. I love justice for whether female or male. And part of it, we're getting injustice. And I leave England on my own and come home. Didn't leave Studio One though, although I came back. Cause Sir Coxsone, I don't want to talk about the bad part of music. The nice part. I think he's a nice person, can be nice. You know, but along the way we were cheated. You know, because we didn't have no experience of what your rights supposed to be, your publishing, your mechanical rights, whatever. And I have to thank God for B.B. Seaton, a member of the Gaylords, who's living in England now as B.B. Seaton. Because he's the one that actually let me get aware that other things was there that we didn't know about. Because we were only singing, but we were singing and then other people putting the name as a publisher for the song and as the writer too, and collecting the money, and we didn't know. So after a while, when we start to realize that these things is happening, we start to protest and started to ask some more. He was like a father to us, in a sense. I know I have my father, but I really love him. What he had done for me, I'll be ungrateful if I don't speak the truth about that, because at least when we were around Sir Coxsone, we used to get something, like every week I'd get a 20 pounds or a 30 pounds to go home with. After we realized now, artists start to get more aware of them rights, we decided that we're not going to take that anymore. We want to step up. And we heard about Beverly Kong, who people like Jimmy Cliff, Desmond Decker, Derek Morgan, and quite a few more. But the Beverly's artists, they're always big internationally in the charts and all that, and in the British charts. So we guys decided to say, boy, we'll try this, because we know we want, that's our wish, to really get international, So we go to Beverly's. We leave Sir Coxsone and went to Beverly's. Me, Wailers, Gaylords, Melodians. Because you know what nice about music in my time? We were friends, There weren't no jealousy in the midst. We all were together. We walked together, talked together. So I went to Beverly's. And I remember I did Freedom Street. Let's not quarrel. And Gaylords do My Jamaican Girl. And Wailers do another one. Quite remember. But all of us do album for Beverly's, and we drift. Whenever we feel that anything look negative to our upliftment, we drift. Because we go to Miss Passenger, Tip Top. Because I did like Say You, laid the Starlight for her. The ultimate for me in that time were with Light Charmers, when we got everything I wanted in the British charts, Because after all of that, Lady started to produce us too. But in those days now, he's the producer, but we are getting a piece of the business. It's not like he's just giving us royalties. We're getting a piece of the business. And
You You sheltered me from storm, kept me warm, kept me warm. You gave my life to me, set me free, set me free. The finest years I ever knew is all the years I have with you, and I would give everything I own, give up my life, my heart, my own, and I would give everything I own just to have you back again. Is there someone you know that won't let you go, and taking it all for granted? You may lose them one day, someone takes them away, and you don't hear a word they say. And I would give everything I own, give up my life, my heart, my own, and I would give everything I own just to have you back again, just to talk to you words again. Ooh, babe.
And then my career went down because of children bankrupt, and everybody didn't get no money, you know, and all that. And at one stage, I take drugs too, you know. In the environment that you're into, although people don't force you to do what you're doing now, but environment can get you mixed up at times with certain kind of situation. When you're among somebody will do a thing too long, when you might go start influence and you think you miss something, you know. So I don't know if it's that done to me why I mess around drugs, but when I look at what God has given to me, I decided that this can't be it. And this is a teaching for people out there who taking drugs. All it can do for you is just a downfall. It's not an upliftment when you take drugs. It don't uplift you. Because a downer, it don't uplift you. But whatever I do, I always have the Almighty here, so. You know? Because I fear the Lord. And I said, no, this is not me. I have to go back and do what God gave me to do. So I leave it out. Yeah, man, I have to leave it, man, because I love singing. I have to leave it because it would take away both my spiritual self and the physical, you know. I did an album in Miami about to release, and I have one release now, a gospel album. Because in my career, I am seeing it as a reality, not as a fantasy, just singing sake. So I have wishes that I wish for, and not just money alone that do this. For instance, the gospel album, why I have to do it. I have to do it because all these years, the Almighty give us what He has given us. We sing about this, we sing about that. Do you think that it's right for me to give back some of this to the Almighty God on the vinyl and on the CD? You know what I mean? So this is me, and this is my fulfillment. This is a part of the fulfillment. And I also did a soul album that is not recognized much in Jamaica. Another thing about Jamaica too is that, like they have a word they say that a man is never a king in his own country. Most of the time they wait until they hear what is happening out there before they, you know, we need to start to can see the whole reality of the thing before you have to hear it from somewhere else. When it's here, it produce.
There comes the time when we all must agree. No matter the circumstances, we should stand up for unity. Let's join hands together and be as one. For the Lord knows what's in our hearts, because He's always there. We must thank the Lord Jesus for shedding His blood, nailed on the cross, just to save you and me. We must pray to the Lord Jesus to keep us from sin. For the Lord knows what's in our hearts, because He's always there. Yes, the Lord knows what's in our hearts, because He's always there. Oh Lord, oh Lord. Must pray to the Lord Jesus to keep us from sin. For the Lord knows what's in our hearts, because He's always there. Yes, the Lord knows what's in our hearts, 'cause He's always there. Yes, the Lord knows what's in our hearts, 'cause He's always there. Yeah. Oh, Lord.
In every era you have good and bad. There is so much talent in Jamaica right now. Because when it comes to singing, you know, I know what I can do. Because you must know what you can do, you know. And you must make nobody have to tell you, say, it's just so alone. It's him to tell you, you know. You must know. And when I look at my ability, singing-wise, when I look at the talent now, out there, because I love Barry Salmon, you know, and tell the truth, because I'm not talking no fantasy, you know. Because if you're not good, you're not good. You know what I mean? But Barry's good, you know. It reminds me of our times when nice melody, nice words, write him own songs, Sanchez, you know, singing melody. All that guy, he have a good voice. There's so many of them. And, you know what I mean, it's just a concept now, we have to just keep, because in every generation, you're going to have this, you know. You're going to have singers and players of instruments, you know. So the guy, nobody thing say, him going to last forever, you know, this thing. That's why probably I last so long. Come, I know that I'm humble, and simplicity means a lot. And I've never gone anywhere with my fellow men so that what I have can go away from me. Because when you don't know to treat someone, that's the way you lose what you have. So I try my never best to be who I am. Education. That's the only way you can rule your destiny. You know? A nation who is educated, that's the only way. And I didn't get that much schooling, but I was blessed. Because sometimes when I sing English, some people look at me and say, which college you go, Ken? I never going to no college. Okay, elementary school, I'm going to secondary. But it is important, very important, that I have a son, my last child, and he's going to Jamaica College. And I put all of myself into it. Because I know that education, because he sings too. But if I had get that privilege, all the things that happened to me would not happen. Other people who abuse me, and for instance, there's millions of dollars out there for us right now. We the whole time sing what them call. I get to all understand, you know what is happening now in the music? For instance, somebody was telling me the other day that whoever showed me John Alton, and some go to one of these guys who probably be close to the 50s or so, and said to him, and him said, well, me don't want to sing no old man. You hear what music becomes? You hear what music becomes, you know? And then a person tell me about DJs who said that too. No. I don't know, I don't even know how to describe it. Because it's so, to me, that's literacy. You know? Because if you go and do a show, for instance, in America, look at Ray Charles, he's about 70-something now. And Americans don't look at you that way. They look at your talent. They look at what you have to offer. And if you're strong enough, can do it, right up there.
Well, when I fall in love, it will be forever, 'cause I'll never ever fall in love again. When I fall in love, there will be no other, only you and me in this soul white world. If I should fall in love again, to me it would be a pleasure. If it don't take all knowledge away, so when I fall in love, it will be forever, 'cause I'll never ever fall in love again. La 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 la, whoa, whoa, oh, When I fall in love, it will be forever, 'cause I'll never ever fall in love again. When I fall in love, there will be no other, only you and me in this soul white world. If I should fall in love again, to me it would be a pleasure. If it don't take all knowledge away, so when I fall in love, it will be forever.
Reggae fans all over the world, welcome to Java Vintage Concert Part 1. Coming to you courtesy of Jamaica Association of Vintage Artists and Affiliates, Java. This is a Reggae Month event presented in association with the Ministry of Culture, Gender, Entertainment and Sports and the Ministry of Tourism. Vintage music, the cradle of reggae music. So let's go back, way back, to where it all began. Enjoy.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you the #1 band in Jamaica, the #1 band in the Caribbean, and 50 60 years working and still going strong. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Fab Five Incorporated.
There's a natural mystic blowing through the air. If you listen carefully now, you will hear. This could be the first trumpet. Might as well be the last. Many more will have to suffer. Many more will have to die. Don't ask me why. Things are not the way they used to be. I won't tell no lie. One and all got to face reality now. Oh, I tried to find the answer to all the questions they ask. Though I know it's impossible to go living through the past. Don't ask me why. There's a natural mystic blowing through the air. They can't keep us down. If you listen carefully now, you will hear the natural mystic blowing through the air. Such a natural mystic blowing through the air. We feel it in the one drop. Heartbeat of reggae music, yo. Ooh, yeah. Boy, yo, boy, yo, boy, yo. Boy, yo, boy, yo, boy, yo. Feeling in the one drop. And we still find time to rap. We make it the one stop. The generation gap. Oh, feel this drum beat as it beats within, playing a rhythm, resisting against the system. Ooh, I know Jah never let us down. Pull your rights from wrong. I know Jah never let us down. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. They made their world so hard. Every day the people are fighting. They made their world so hard. Every day people are dying. Hey, tread, tread. I want make them a one so. I want frighten them. I want frighten them. Hey, you give us the teachings of His Majesty. The stick going our no never philosophy. Can you hear? Give us the teachings of His Majesty. How we know no devil philosophy. Buffalo soldier, a dreadlock rasta. Buffalo soldier, yo, yo, yo. This is Exodus, all right. Movement of the people. Oh, yeah. This is Exodus, all right, yes. Movement of the people. People, let me tell you this. Many people will fight you down. But when you see just like, let me tell you, if you're not wrong, then everything is alright. So we're gonna walk through the roads of creation. We the generation, yeah. We try through great tribulation. It is Exodus, alright, alright. Lift up the people. This is Exodus, alright. Lift up the people. Jack up to break down oppression, yeah. Rule equality, yeah. Wipe away transgression. Set the captives free. Set the captives free. Set the captives free. Set the captives free. Set, 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 set. Set, 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 set. Set, 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 set. Set, 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 set. Everybody say, move. This is Exodus, all right, all right. Moving of the people. Oh yeah, yeah. This is Exodus, oh. Movement of the people, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I proudly present to you the beautiful and talented Charmaine Limonius.
Get it if you really want. You can get it if you really want. You can get it if you really want, but you must try, try and try, try and try, and you'll succeed at last. of fussing and fighting, cheating, backbiting, scandalizing and hating. Oh, we could have a wonderful world, beautiful people, you and your girl. Things could be pretty, but underneath there is a secret that nobody can reveal. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh, when they tell me bye-bye up in the sky, waiting for me when I die. And between the day you're born and when you die, I've never seen to hear the angels cry. So as sure as the sun will shine, I'm gonna get my share of what's mine. And then the harder they come, the harder they fall on and down. Ooh, the harder they come, the harder they fall on and down. Oh, I will keep on fighting for the things I want. Though I know that when you're dead you can't. But I'd rather be free and in my grave than living as a puppet or a slave. So as sure as the sun will shine, I'm gonna get my share of what's mine. And then the harder they go, the harder they fall on and down. What I say, I say the harder they go, harder they fall. What I know, oh yeah.
This next song is a tribute to the beautiful Phyllis Dillon, gone but not forgotten. Congratulations, Phyllis, for your Jaria Award.
A broken melody, while the gods of love look down and laugh at what romantic fools we mortals be. And I know my love was not for you, and so I give it back the silence. Con Dios hablar, pregúntale si yo alguna vez te he dejado de adorar. Y el mar, espejo de mi corazón,
beso. Las veces que me ha visto llorar, la perfidia de tu amor. Te he buscado por donde quiera que yo voy y no te puedo hallar. ¿Para qué quiero más besos si tus labios no me quieren ni a besar? I know my love was not for you, and so I give it back with a sigh. The piteous one, goodbye. The piteous one, goodbye. The piteous one, goodbye.
Well, I'm Errol Dunkley, original Ground Nation Foundation, international Jamaican artist, and it's good to be here. You may not be a movie star, you may not drive a big bus car, but I love you in every way. I love you in every way. I don't know why. Oh, why? The dress you wear may be too tight, and folks may say that don't look right, but I don't care about the view. I'll keep on loving you. I don't know why. Oh, why? Don't know why. Oh, yes. Lord of mercy. You may not be a movie star, you may not drive a big bus car, but I love you in every way. I love you in every way. I don't know why. Oh, why? The dress you wear may be too tight, and folks may say they don't look right, but I don't care about the view. I'm gonna keep on loving you. I don't know why. Oh, why? Don't know why. Oh gosh, I don't know why I love you, baby, like I do. Don't know why. Well, big up all the Cinderella them in the place. But I don't know this song is like an anthem. Hear this. We can find my black Cinderella. I've got to find my black Cinderella. Oh gosh, she can find you to give you happiness right away. Oh gosh, where can I find my black Cinderella? Somebody tell me, 'cause if I could find my black Cinderella, oh gosh, I would be happy, happy, happy man. I'd surely be Cinderella. I gotta find you, baby, and take you back where you belong. Cinderella. But big up all Massive and all crew. And then this is Iman Errol Dunkley, original is coming through. Touch it! Where should that song, yeah? Make enough babies and still making babies. Goes like this. The old town talking about you and your new guy. You're flying high now in your single world. But you're gonna need me. But you're gonna need me. You're gonna need me, darling. And it won't be long. It won't be long. It won't be long now. It won't be long. Me said the girl come home late this morning. Hairstyle gone, shoes no buckle. Dressed up on the wrong side. Hear me tell her. Hear me tell her. You better stop your lying, girl, and speak the truth. If you don't love that guy, tell him you don't. Every night you're on the beat with another guy, and that poor guy works so hard to make you big and strong. I'm going home one day to come. I'm gonna see my baby at home. It's been a long time since I've been away, and I am longing to see her again. You tell her. But you're gonna need me. I say you're gonna need me. You're gonna need me, darling, and it won't be long. It won't be long. It won't be long now. It won't be long. Hey, hey. Oh gosh. Well, all right. Whoa, oh, oh, oh. Love you. Good night.
mama, I love you. I don't know why you had to leave so soon, but Jah knows best. True story. I hear my mama crying each and every day, 'cause she's feeling pain from the tumor in her brain. Sometimes I cry 'cause I feel so helpless, but I gotta be strong and stand by her side. So mama, I'll be there for you now. I'm gonna care for you now. Not gonna wait till it's too late and scatter roses when you're gone. Mama, I'll be there for you now. I'm gonna care for you now. Not gonna wait till it's too late and scatter roses when you're gone. Restless days, sleepless nights, mama bear, and she suffer from that pain in her head. Sometime all her eyes them burn. I know that her heart must be torn. Right now my mama can't even walk, she can't see and can't even talk, but all of that me and my mama never part, 'cause she was there with me from the start. So mama, I'll be there for you. I'm gonna care for you now. Not gonna wait till it's too late and scatter roses when you're gone. Mama, I'll be there for you now. I'm gonna care for you now. Not gonna wait till it's too late and scatter roses when you're gone. This part of it doesn't matter much to me, 'cause none of this she cannot feel. She's lying there so fast asleep, and all my friends and family, them are weep. Now she's relieved from the stress and the pain, and all the trials and the shackles and the chains. She lived the life and I see come to proclaim. She lived the life which was not in vain. Mama, I'll be there for you. I'm gonna care for you now. I'm not gonna wait till it's too late and scatter roses when you're gone. Mama, I'll be there for you. I'm gonna care for you now. Not gonna wait till it's too late and scatter roses when you're gone. Mama, I miss you. And all you people out there who have a sick loved one, stick by them and don't scatter roses when they're gone. Love you, mama. Good night. I'm Ras Manassi and here representing. These are some songs from my debut album produced by Mr. Grub Cooper. So much crime going on in the world. Every day many youths lose their lives. So tell me, why do you take your brother's life? Tell me, why do you take your sister's life? I'm just saying, boom, 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 are you dead this morning? No, boom, 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 one dead 12 o'clock. Boom, 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 another dead this evening. No, boom, 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 killing right round the clock. Now, boom, boom, are you dead this morning? No, boom, 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 one dead 12 o'clock. Boom, 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 another dead this evening. No, boom, boom, one jump now. Ha! I got every time me hear boom, another you die. Every time me hear boom, homeless youth them a cry. Every time me hear boom, a mother a cry. Every time me hear boom, funeral and night. Most of Jamaica coming just like Friday night. Nightmare in them street, Freddy Cougar, that's not nice. So stop the killing and the fussing and the fight, and live good and let us feel alright. Now boom, this morning. Boom, boom, boom. One then 12 o'clock. Boom, boom, boom. Another then this evening. Boom, boom, boom. Killing right round the clock. Boom, boom. Are you then this morning? Boom, boom, boom. One then 12 o'clock. Boom, boom, boom. Another then this evening. Boom, boom. Watch up again. Ha! Me say me hear it on the radio. Read it on the paper. See on the TV how much you just get murder. Many they found, enough them never heard of. Hopeless killing Rastman I see just not proud of. So Babylon me say me must turn them over. Write them off like some Holland Rover and lock them off. Make them can't come back down here. All them doing is committing pure murder. Come boom boom. Are you dead this morning? No. Boom boom boom. One dead 12 o'clock. Boom boom boom. Another dead this evening. No. Boom boom boom. Killing right round the clock. Come boom boom. Are you dead this morning? No. One dead 12 o'clock. Another dead this evening. No. Give me a mix of one, huh? I mean, say when it gonna stop her. They killing for the platter. For the coke and the cracker. Say that he's just copper. Them call me the papa. They bring in and stop. They can read the butcher. But he just get up. Every time he hear a shot. Rock, 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 rock. The one day for the cop. All the bad man them got cop. The one day for the cop. All the bad man them. They say the one day for the cop. Boom, boom. Are you dead this morning? No. Boom, boom, boom. One dead 12 o'clock. Boom, boom, boom. Another dead this evening. No. Boom, boom, boom. I miss a boom, boom. Are you dead this morning? No. One dead 12 o'clock. Another dead this evening. No. Killing right round the clock. Yeah, man. All the killing and all the violence that's going on in Jamaica and both over the world. We just tired of it. It's a message. Let us all live in love and unity. Love you. That's what I'm representing. Give thanks.
heartbeat. Still I love you, don't ask me why. Every night, girl, I sit and I cry. My heart aches, whoa, oh baby, whoa, 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 baby, whoa, 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 baby, whoa, whoa, whoa. Since the day I met you, girl, you swept me off my feet. How you mean so much to me, 'cause your love has grown cold. Still I love you, don't ask me why. Every night, girl, I sit and I cry. My heart aches, whoa, oh baby, whoa, 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 baby, whoa, 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 baby, whoa, whoa, whoa. Ease up on the crime, make we have a good time, make we have a good time. Ease up on the crime, make we have a good time, have a good time. Careless use of the gun, spoiling all of our fun. I can only reminisce all the nice times that I miss, when we could go almost anywhere. We never have no fear. Now that things and time has changed a lot, every day another one gets shot. I beg you, ease up on the crime, have a good time, make we have a good time. Ease up on the crime, make we have a good time, have a good time. Time we rise and see what violence done to our city. Minority has scared the majority from returning home, sweet home, to a place we love so dear, with so much to share with our friends and family. And it's good for the country if they just ease up on the crime. We have a good time, make we have a good time. Ease up on the crime, make we have a good time, make we have a good time. So time we rise and see what violence done to our city. Minority has scared the majority from returning home, sweet home. If you want to see pound a run, and you want to see euro run, and you want to see dollar run from Canada and the USA, ease up on the crime, make we have a good time, have a good time. Ease up on the crime, we have a good time, make we have a good time. Tell you, ease up on the crime, we have a good time, make we have a good time. Ease up on the crime, we have a good time, make we have a good time. Ease up on the crime.
Said isn't it strange how princesses and kings in clown ragged capers in sawdust rings
Just like common people like you and me will be builders for eternity.
each is given a bag of tools, shapeless knives and a book of rules. Said each must take his life as fall away, a tumbling block on a stepping stone.
Just like common people like you and me will be builders for eternity.
Each is given a bag of tools, a shapeless knife and a book of rules. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba.
Just like common people like you and me will be builders for eternity.
Each is given a bag of tools, a shapeless knife and a book of rules. So look when the rain has fallen from the skies,
No, the sun will be only missing for a while. But just like common people like you and me will be builders for eternity.
each is given a bag of tools, a shapeless knife and a book of rules. Oh, ba, 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 ba. Oh yeah. Ba, 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 ba. Yes, Jah. Ba, 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 ba. Sing it for my sister. Ba, 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 ba. Oh. Ba, 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 ba. Yes, Father. Ba, 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 ba. One more time, I ask you. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Thank you. Greetings. Greetings in the name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, whom has this day revealed himself in the wonderful personality of our Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie I. I further greet you through the Orthodox faith, which is not one of rites or rites, but a true functioning of the heart. We call it circumcision. Simply means to be born again. Rastafari, Selassie I.
Na
They say everything can't be replaced. They say every distance is not near. But I remember all the faces of every man that puts me here. Believe it, I see the light come shining from the west down to the east. Any day now, anyway now, I shall be released. They say every man needs protection. They say every man must fall. But here I see my reflection. Someplace high above the wall. I see the light shining way over there from the west down to the east. Sing, 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 sing. Any day now, anyway now, I shall be released. Standing in this crowd next to me is a man who swears he's not to blame. All day long, I hear him screaming, "Help me, Lord, 'cause I was framed." Believe it. I see the light come shining way over there from the west down to the east. Sing, 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 sing. Any day now, oh Lord, anyway now, but God, I shall be released. Standing in this crowd next to me is a man who swears he's not to blame. All day long, I hear him screaming, "Help me, Lord, 'cause I was framed." Oh, yeah, I see the light. Oh, yeah, shining from the west down to the east. Praise God. Any day now, anyway now, I shall be released. I see the light come shining from the west down to the east. Any day now, anyway now, I shall be Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you one of Jamaica's premier balladeers and reggae songwriter, Ernest Smith. side on a rainy, rainy night, holding your baby tight. Well, I have. Have you ever had your dreams, long forgotten schemes, coming true? It seems that I have. Have you ever been to bed with music in your head, forgetting your daily bread? Oh, I have. I tell your friend it's true, it's a pretty thing to go through, just between me and you. Yes, I have. Bitter, batter, bitter, batter, coming down on my rooftop. Me and my baby holding tight, doing alright. I hope it never stops. Bitter, batter, coming down on my rooftop. Me and my baby holding tight, doing alright. I hope it never stops. Oh man, I left the car out in the rain, and all the windows down. Oh, forget it. I tell your friend it's true, it's a pretty thing to go through, just between me and you. Yes, I have. Bitter, batter, coming down on my rooftop. Me and my baby holding tight, doing alright. I hope it never stops. Bitter, batter, coming down on my rooftop. Me and my baby holding tight, doing alright. I hope it never stops. Yeah, bitter, batter, coming down on my rooftop. Me and my baby holding tight, doing alright. I hope it never stops. Yeah, bitter, batter, coming on down on my rooftop. Me and my baby holding tight, doing alright. I hope it never stops. Just for living. Life is just for living. See that cat sitting on the mat, thinking about what is what and who is who. That cat is me. That cat is you. See that guy staring in the sky, taking in the beat of the sun. He's having fun. That guy is me. That guy is you. Taking in today's vibrations, tomorrow's coming down slow. Taking it free and easy, that's the only way to go. Yes, I'd rather be me, rather be free, to be myself my way. That's how it's got to be. This is a song the young men sing. Life is just for living. Life is just for living.
feel like a star, leaning at the bar, rapping to my pals, rapping about the gals, bottle in my hand, living 'cause I can, taking in today's vibrations, tomorrow's coming down slow, taking it free and easy, that's the only way to go. Yes, I'd rather be me, rather be free, to be myself, my way, that's how it's got to be. This is a song the young men sing, life is just for living, 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 life is just for living and loving. Pa-pa-pa-pa-pa-pa-ya, pa-pa-pa-pa-pa-pa-ya, another happy home for sale. One more love has failed, two more fools have tried, but they got so much pride inside their hearts they don't believe in giving in. Oh, they know they both can't win. One's right, one must be wrong, but forgiving makes a love grow stronger. And the pieces of your love are scattered far and wide. Bend down, bend down, bend down, pick them from the ground. Just forget your foolish pride, let peace and love abide. Bend down, bend down, bend down, pick them from the ground. Pa-pa-pa-pa-pa-ya, pa-pa-pa-pa-pa-pa-ya, don't fuss and fight no more. Love can open any door. Love will find a way to bring you happy, happy days now. Forget your sorrow now, live for tomorrow now, and never let your children pay for anything you said today now. And the pieces of your love are scattered far and wide. Bend down, bend down, bend down, pick them from the ground. Just forget your foolish pride, let peace and love abide. Bend down, bend down, bend down, pick them from the ground. Pa-pa-pa-pa-pa-pa-ya, pa-pa-pa-pa-pa-pa-ya, when the pieces of your love are scattered far and wide. Bend down, bend down, bend down, pick them from the ground. Just forget your foolish pride, let peace and love abide. Bend down, bend down, bend down, pick them from the ground. When the pieces of your love are scattered far and wide. Oh yeah. Just forget your foolish pride, let peace and love abide. Bend down, pick them from the ground. I and I man forward on a different scene. I and I man Hollyweed, I and I man Queen. everything was siren. Getting in the groove, I just come down to moment when someone says, don't move. Well, it must be a duppy or a gunman. I man no find out yet. I and I so frightened. All the daughter name I forget. Well, it must be a duppy or a gunman. I never stopped to see. Harry was a boy that I man last night. He couldn't follow, he couldn't follow, he couldn't follow me. Next thing the daughter asked me, what happened to you last night? Just when you're ready to work your show, your catch stage right. It was a dread from across the gully, just passing through. Decide to run a little joke, it wouldn't trouble you. Well, it must be a duppy or a gunman. I man no find out yet. I and I so frightened. All the daughter name I forget. Well, it must be a duppy or a gunman. I never stopped to see. Harry was a boy that I man last night. He couldn't follow, he couldn't follow, he couldn't follow me. One thing I learned for certain, spread it round the town. No make no sense you start to run before your foot touch the ground. Well, me know say oh they will be that. Me know say oh they will dread. Nobody get heart failure. Nobody lose your head. Well, it must be a duppy or a gunman. I man no find out yet. I and I so frightened. All me underwear I forget. Well, it must be a duppy or a gunman. I never stopped to see. A Safa was a boy that I man last night. Blake couldn't follow, Bolt couldn't follow. Nobody could have followed me.
Reggae month is February. February is Reggae month. Come catch the rhythm virtually. We gone online totally on Reggae Month TV. Mega reggae concerts, interesting reggae documentaries, informative reggae symposia, and lots more. Online daily from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. on PBCJ, Jam Vision, JCDC Facebook page, and several other cable and social media platforms. Details available on the Reggae Jamaica mobile app. Reggae Month TV. Tune in daily and be entertained and informed.